Hi guys, so it's VEDA day 20. What is today's prompt? Today is, I think, tell us about some of your worst fears. I think when we were talking about, I think Lisa came up with this one too. I think when we were talking about our worst fears, I think we meant kind of like spiders or ghosts and stuff. I have pants on. I know it doesn't look like it. I don't know if we were, if we actually meant, I don't know what kind of fears we meant, so I'm just going to say all of my fears. I'm not afraid of the dark. I used to be. I used to have to sleep with the night light on or, the hall light on, but I don't anymore. Hey, get over here, you stinker. I would say that I am afraid of, I don't know, really gross bugs. I'm not a fan of really, bugs. I love sharks. But I do have a very, 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 very big fear of, being in the ocean and being attacked by one. But I love them. I love watching Shark Week. I love watching those, like I said, those bad shark movies. I love them. I just don't want to ever meet one in person out in the open sea. I have a fear of, I don't know. I think that's pretty much it in regards to, physical fear. Oh, I have a fear of clowns, a deadly fear. It's not even just clowns, it's anything in a costume. I don't feel comfortable being around anything in a costume, or anyone, I should say. I used to work at Journeys, and across the food court would be this guy dressed up in the American Cookie Factory uniform. It's just like a big cookie, and he with arms and legs. And I was so terrified of him, and he, one day, one of the managers I worked with, called the cookie guy over because he knew how deathly scared I was of him and made him come surprise me in the stock room, and I almost peed my pants. I don't think I've ever been that scared, minus being approached by a clown out at a carnival, in my life. I don't trust people in costumes because when you can't see their face, I don't trust them. Okay, so we were also, this is another instance of people in costumes. So we were at this youth convention in Nashville, and the Blue Men group were there, and one of them popped up behind me and tapped me on the shoulder to say hello to me, and I freaked out, and I started crying because I was so scared. I just don't trust people in face paint or masks or just hidden, because it's they could be anybody. What are you trying to hide? It freaks me out. I can't do it. So that's probably my number one fear, physical fear. In regards to just fears, I have a huge fear of being a 30-something-year-old grandma. In other words, I have this fear that my daughter, Ava, is going to follow in my footsteps and become a teen mom, because that is a huge, statistically, that is a huge chance. I do everything in my power to tell her how difficult it was for me as a teen mom, how important it is to wait, how important it is to be safe. I don't sugarcoat things with her. I never have since she was a baby, because I think it's very important that she know that it's not okay. I do not want to be my husband's age and have a grandchild, because that is essentially what would happen if she got pregnant when I got pregnant, and I just cannot handle that. I do not want that happening. Also, I don't want my daughter's future to be ruined, because as much as other teen moms out there want to say, oh, it's not so bad, or, oh, I can do everything that I did even with or without a baby, it's bullcrap, because you can't. You can't do everything that you planned with a baby at that age. And your life, no matter how you want to try to spin it, would be completely different had you not had a baby at that age. And I don't care if people are going to give me flack. I think it's stupid for people to glamorize teen pregnancy. I think it's stupid for people to pretend like it's okay. I think it's stupid for people to just even make it like it's what it's not. Because it's hard. It is not life-ruining, but it's very life-changing, and not always in the best way. I love my daughter. I love her to pieces. I would never, ever wish her not here, but I would wish her about 10 years later, because I just was not prepared at 18 to have a baby. I was pregnant at 17. Obviously, look what I'm going through with custody and her father 8 years later, and I'm married with 2 more kids. It's not something that I think should be sugar-coated. So that is a fear of mine, is my daughter getting pregnant at the same age as me. What else is a fear? I have this fear that I'm going to wake up and that all of this is a dream, and then I'm going to go back. This is how much teen pregnancy sucked for me. One of my bigger fears too is this all being a dream, but instead of my whole life being a dream, just from 18 to now being a dream. So basically, I have this fear of waking up and being 8 years ago, where I was still a teen pregnant woman trying to figure out what I was going to do, if that makes any sense. Like, I had this huge fear that, like, I'm going to wake up and all this was a dream, and I'm going to have to wait, another 5 years before I meet my husband and have my kids and be an adult again. You know what I mean? Like, I have this fear of waking up and being a teen mom again. That's how bad teen pregnancy is. Like, stop sugarcoating it, people. Like, I get so sick of it. Sorry, I digressed completely. But, so yes, that is another fear of mine. Other than that, I think I have a huge fear of rejection. I have a huge fear of abandonment because of being adopted. I have very low self-esteem, so I have a fear that nobody likes me. I have a fear that I'm always doing something wrong. I have fears that, I don't know, I have lots of fears, but they're really just due to my insecurities as a person. I have a fear that I'm ruining my kids' lives. As a parent, you have all these, I just have fears that I'm not doing something right by my kids. And that sucks, because you can't really figure that out unless they tell you. And I have a constant fear of, my family's safety. Like, I always get scared when I don't hear back from my husband because he's on the road a lot. I get, scared if I can't get a hold of him, that he's, crashed on the side of the road. I have fears of my kids' safety when they're not around. I sometimes get these weird fears when I'm driving of all of a sudden being crashed into. And I don't know where those stem from. I've only been into a couple of car accidents, but I think it's just because I love my family so much and I love my kids so much that getting hurt is just a huge fear of mine. So, I also have this hypochondria fear of just always feeling like I'm dying of something. I have so many, uncurable issues, like TMJ, endometriosis, PMDD, and it's just hard because they make me feel constantly like crap, and there are no answers to how to fix it. So I have this fear all the time that I'm dying of something that I don't realize. So yes, I'm a little bit of a hypochondriac, but I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to let you guys go because I just realized I went 7 minutes and 20-something seconds, so I am over this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed my fears, and hopefully you don't use them against me, and I will talk to you guys all later. Bye!